Hide your highest highs for? What's that
It's
about?
a holiday.
Yeah, this is one day you can get high.
Nigga, I'm high every day. I can get high.
Right.
Because I live in
saying,
Illinois.
like,
I heard
What was
something
it?
funny on the radio. They said it was like it's like being Elvira on Halloween.
Like being a
You know, like you just do your thing and
It's
keep rolling.
the same thing. Okay.
Also, I think normally cops would be out today, but because of this shit, he's probably all posted up around places worried about some shit jumping off.
Yes.
So they not out
Actually,
fucking with
yeah,
you.
we actually
I
luck
thank
out.
God I don't do that shit no more,
We
man.
actually luck out.
We
Because,
thank
like-
God you don't do it no more.
My God, because if a day like today, that made me go somewhere. Like, you know, come and go do some shit. I'm like, man, I don't want to be out there.
KB, I'm not even exaggerating. I got passed by 20-something state troopers. 20 individual state troop cars. The motherfuckers was leaving the protest after the Toledo shit. After the Toledo
word.
protest.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that shit because we went to a comedy thing.
We was somewhere.
We were
fucking
somewhere.
around.
Even I was going the night we went to Riddles.
Yeah.
So
that
I'm
was
driving
crazy.
home from Riddles, and you know how Waze tell you it's a cop up ahead. I see
Yeah.
it's a cop, so I slow down a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm looking up here, I don't see a cop, but I stay slow down because I be trusting Waze. Right after I slow down, 3 motherfucking state troopers go flying past me, right? So I'm like, oh wow, okay, good thing I did
Them
that.
might
Just as I'm about to speed up, 3 more. Then 3 more. Then 2. Then a couple of trucks that have fucking cop plates. But I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I was still high. I was freaking the fuck out. Because I was just like, where am I driving that they're all going that fast ahead of me? Like, what am I about? Am I
They're
about
going to.
like, I'm thinking that maybe they're doing like do they still do those? The road stop, what do you call it?
The checkpoints?
Yeah, checkpoints.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's so when I saw them, I was like, they're doing a fucking checkpoint. So I dipped off of 55 and got on 294, and got on 294 to go over to 88, because if they're doing a checkpoint on 55, they're not doing a checkpoint on 88 too. They wouldn't do both.
Oh, they wouldn't do both.
They pick
One or the other?
one. Especially with the number of cars that they had, but it wasn't a checkpoint. It was just all the motherfuckers were just speeding back to whatever little quota area of Illinois that they're supposed to normally guard.
We got Nelly Bob hanging out in the chat. Everyone say hi to Nelly.
Nelly Bob, what's up, fam? Thank you for the video.
Nelly Bob love shout outs.
Shut up.
We love Nelly Bob. What are you smoking?
Are you
I don't know why I said
having
that so
some-
loud,
Okay.
because it's not like he hanging on the chat. You couldn't hear that.
Right.
That was I was supposed to type something in the
Happy
chat.
420, you guys. This is a straight up smoke
enthusiasm.
and toke session for
It's just a
420.
mini episode
Yeah.
for the holidays. You know what I mean?
I gotta say, smoking with Rob. Rob smokes the fastest and passes the. He's like.
Wait, are we live right now?
Yeah, we're live right now. So
Oh, what's up, dog? What's up? What's screwing?
Hey, what's happening? Dig it. I'm already fairly high, so I'm not really. I just needed maintenance.
I love one of my favorite shits is when Rob says he's fairly high. That means he's fucked up. Like fairly is equal to fucked
You
up.
two are
Hey,
on
Rob.
very like opposite ends right now.
Oh my God.
Like he's so chilled out and you are hyped.
Yeah, I'm excited, man.
Man, I'm like Michael Frank's chill.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
I'm comfy. I'm comfy.
I feel
I'm
like-
glad we're doing this. I was telling KB, I'm like, there's no way we can do this in the studio. Like, between us three, we're gonna be like at that little table. KB
Where do you guys
will be in
usually
shot
shoot? Where's the studio?
downstairs.
Oh, okay.
But the table is not big.
It's a tiny table.
It's a tiny
It's
table.
a tiny little table. I don't know why that sounds like a Pearl Jam song.
it's not large at all.
And the table was your dad.
Oh my goodness. This is my very first 420 celebration, actually.
That's what's up, baby. Woo!
What the happy corner?
Yes.
Yeah, this is what's up.
You're a beloved guest, former guest on the Happy Corner too.
I'm overwhelmed by it.
There was a lot of you were people's favorite of this season.
I appreciate you.
That's dope
saying
as
that.
fuck.
I
Yeah.
appreciate y'all. Thank you very much. And it's gonna be even weirder because I'm higher than I normally am.
Well, you on the new OGs, right?
Yes.
Consistently,
Yeah.
like y'all doing
2/3 of the new OGs. Shout out Bobby Hill.
Bobby Hill love shout outs.
That's what's up.
Where's Bobby?
We've had
In
Bobby
Milwaukee.
Bobby like fuck that. He is not gonna get this close to getting the last shot and die.
He got his
before.
last shot today, and he is prepared to. He might be asleep already.
Yeah.
So I got my second shot yesterday, and
How you feeling?
I feel great today. The first shot gave me side effects. The first shot, weirdly enough, 4 days later, I got a shot on Monday. Thursday, I'd been fine. Like, I didn't even have soreness in my arm. Then Thursday, this was the part that freaked me out. My arm started getting sore. It wasn't sore Tuesday or Wednesday.
Huh.
Sore Thursday, and then Thursday night when I went to bed, I had this fucking shakes, like ugh, like I had the shakes.
Well,
so
it got a lot of gotta penetrate with you.
there it is. It was going through all the it was going through all the layers of blood, tearing through tissue and shit.
Muscle alert.
Yeah.
Don't like.
But it that whenever that shit finally penetrated, it fucked me up so bad for like about an hour. I was this close to making a video like, don't do this shit, they got me! They got me, y'all, they got me! Oh, this was some bullshit. Like, I was fucked up for a minute and then I was fine.
Yeah.
It was like, I finally, like, it took me a while to go back to sleep. I think most of it was because I was like really scared. Because I was legit scared. I was like fucked up for a minute. Cause you ever remember that breakdancing move where the dude like he be doing the worm and he just get on the floor and go,
Yeah.
That's what I was doing in my bed. Like I was literally like a giant vibrator in my bed. And, alone. I didn't have anybody there to be able to
There's a lot of chicks like, what?
Yeah. Like, I could have just put my hand on it. That's how bad I was shaking this shit. Like, bitch, I'm dying.
Oh man.
We got T hanging out with us in the chat.
What's happening, T?
What's up, T?
Oh.
T.
T's smoking today, I'm sure.
Sure, T is smoking. XL. You may know T.
T Saunders? I'm saying too much. I'm saying government names and shit.
We don't gotta go through this. You may know T.
I might know T.
Yeah.
What's up, T? Is T? Wait, can I say this is TJC?
Yeah.
That's what's up, T. What's up, T? I miss you. I love you. If you JC, you my people. Unless you that one motherfucker I can't stand, then fuck you. But if you're not that person, we good.
Wow, man, that was an awful lot of anger in a weed day. You know what I mean? Like,
It's a good
that's
day.
It's one motherfucker.
Dude, this is.
Everybody else good.
Did XL lace his with coke? Cause
I'm
throwing it out.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
yeah, because I'm mad happy.
I think that's. Oh, you know what it is?
What is it?
I was going to take a nap before this afternoon, right? And I didn't because
That'll fuck you up.
I started. Right when I was going to take, I was going to get like about an hour and a half, 2 hours. A literal nap, had alarm set and everything, and then they fucking said the jury was coming back from deliberation.
Same thing happened to me.
And I was like,
Really?
fuck if I'm gonna go to sleep
Ew.
and miss this. I
Leave
want to
it.
see this live. I gotta see this happen.
Boogie Lewis. Leave it.
Yeah, so
Bro, when I can hear you licking.
y'all nasty.
The middle of the night.
Oh, my
but-
God.
Yeah, I couldn't go back to sleep then. So I took 2 vitamin B pills. And I think that's why I'm so fucking
Yes,
tired.
that is why you're so exuberant.
Yeah.
Exuberant.
It's not cocaine, it's just vitamin B. That shit works.
Yeah, I was hanging out. Okay, so dig it. We did, first of all, Toby Jones is wanted by the police. So we had to change the name to Moby Combs. And,
Wait. This is legal representation that makes it be clear. Toby Jones is wanted by the police. This is Moby Combs. We don't know what Toby Jones is.
We don't know Toby.
The coincidence of them bearing a similar resemblance is, that's just some racist shit that y'all made
That's
up.
on you.
That's on you. You can't tell the difference. You can't tell the difference.
how
Why
you
the
gonna
fuck-
be racist on verdict day? This is bullshit on your
Come
part.
on. Come on.
Yeah, that's really,
And
Wow.
so when we made this thing called Combs, cold ass cryotherapy and cryptocurrency advisory.
Yes.
.com.
There it is.
.com.
And we were sitting down in the basement, and Hannibal Burris is amazing. Like, we didn't have anything. Like, he calls me on a Monday, like, this is what I think we should do. And I was like, shit, okay, I think I can work with that. And then we get in the basement of his place. He's got, like, a studio. And we didn't have anything. We didn't have the words. We didn't have nothing. And he gave me some, like, it was a smoothie. And it had mushrooms in it. And I had never had mushrooms. And so I'm sitting down there in the basement, and it wasn't a lot of it. It was just enough to make the weed work even better. And I started tingling and thinking. And I was like, okay, here's the rhythm. Let me do this. And I stand up to do it, and they're not ready yet. And Hannibal says, hold on. And he says, just give them that part of the song. Do what you're doing. And I lean forward and start singing. And he jumps up and down and shit. He's trying to laugh. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm doing okay. Because I'm high as hell. And that was the beginning of the song. And then and he sat down and wrote the rap part. And that was it. It was done.
That's what's up. I think, I'm almost certain that day that you did that, we had like a writing session earlier that day. And we wound up talking later because you called us afterwards because you was on the shrooms.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm driving around like, damn, this ain't really as bad as I thought it would be, right? Like, I feel like a weed high. I just feel better.
I'm terrified to drive, because I would have brought shrooms to everybody, but I'm afraid to drive on shrooms. And I didn't want to make you drive on shrooms. But apparently you can handle it.
Well, it was a small dose. It wasn't a,
Yeah.
I wasn't there to see it made. I just drank the
If
shit.
you ever question yourself on if you should bring me those, yes.
I always bring shrooms.
I drove on shrooms once accidentally. Like, I had intended on staying the night at a person's house, and we had a disagreement. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go, and I forgot that I had taken the shrooms. And the shrooms, not only did they kick in after I started driving, I got a flat tire.
Oh,
like
no.
a block away from this person's house. So I had to wait for them to come get me, bring me fix a flat. I got the tire good enough for me to go home. But as I was driving home, I swear people are gonna think it was the mushrooms. I don't know if it was or not. But I got behind a tow truck. Where I live, there happens to be like a industrial park not that far from me that has a bunch of auto places. And there was a tow truck going there, so I had to follow this fucking thing all the way home. And this tow truck had more lights on it than I've ever seen on a tow truck in history. It looked like somebody made a Christmas tree a fucking tow truck. Like, it literally had, it was like lights going in sequences and shit. Like, it was like, you know, like those houses that they go crazy and they have music and it plays.
Nice, yeah.
They do confuse you when you be on the road. You be like, wait, what the?
Yeah, what is this? This is an ambulance? Did a fire truck fuck a tow truck? And that is out of all the things to be behind when you're high as fuck on mushrooms, I see this bedazzled ass fucking tow truck just lighting the fucking way, almost like literally to a block and a half before I turned into my subdivision. Wow. It was horrible. It was fucking, what made it the worst was I was too afraid to go any other way than the way I for sure know how to get home, because I said, like, if I make a wrong turn, if I get turned around, I'm going to do something stupid and hit something or something like that. So I just got to go the way I know. I was very scared, and that fucking truck was in front of me, and I had to sit in my driveway for 5 minutes, just like, I made it. Also, I wanted to find, if anybody lives in the Plainfield area and knows the truck that I'm talking about, please get in the chat, tell me about it, tell me who it is so I can tell, fuck that guy, get rid of some of those goddamn lights.
Well, that vitamin
What
B
are
is
you?
a motherfucker.
I don't think I could drive.
Coke is be like, you have a Coke? Just do some vitamin B. Right.
Oh man, that's insane. Like I was cool though. I was pretty cool. It was just an interesting moment to be in. Like I could feel the difference in the energy. Like, oh yeah, we're about to make some shit. You know.
No, there was definitely a difference in energy. You called us and got us back on the line.
Right, and then we started working on shit.
Yeah.
I was happy.
Like we do.
As I'm driving down,
Your mind's open.
we do video chats, so we come up with ideas to write stuff, and we had already done like 2 or 3 hours earlier that day, and then he went and worked with Hannibal, and then he's like, you guys I want to talk. So he had just left working with Hannibal, so we're like, oh, okay, well, fuck, he's got some Hannibal shit to tell us. All right, yeah, let's listen. And he was just feeling good. But we wound up having some more good shit. So, you know, I mean, you were telling us about the song and shit, and that song come along and stuff, but it was mostly just you were feeling good and enjoying the shroom experience.
You know, I kind of wanted to hear what y'all had to say, but I also want to get this thought out before I lose it, because the tweet is amazing that you did. I am in a space, okay, certain people allow me to be who I actually am. Right? Like when there's a lot of little kids that dig me. So when I engage them on the internet, I engage them like I am a child entertainer. But I entertain grown people. Right. So everything, I don't want to fuck up nobody's kids. So I treat them like you're supposed to treat kids. But I have been around some people and on some podcasts that have made me feel very uncomfortable. Because for some reason we feel the need to hold on to bullshit ass traditions that don't mean shit. And when I hear these people, and some of these people I love and respect, when I hear them say certain shit, I'm like, dude, that is so not my energy. Like, let people the fuck alone. You know what I mean? Stop trying to, don't nobody give a fuck about what your religion tells you should do. Right. Leave me the fuck alone. I don't do that shit, and I don't want to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, this space makes me feel like I can say what I feel like saying, and I can be myself.
Definitely.
And so I appreciate that. And usually when we on our podcast, I feel that same energy.
Yeah.
So sometimes I say shit that be so fucked up, they got to make a joke to end it.
I think that is the dynamic for all three of us. Me and you probably a little bit more so than Bobby. Bobby is very good at keeping us intact unless sometimes he gets passionate about shit and he becomes Rant Bobby. And
Rant Bobby.
Yeah, Rant Bobby when rant.
Yeah.
But
I also say some wild shit too.
That's true.
Yeah. Me and it's
I'm all of them in one.
I see the shit you write. I'm like, God damn, I'm getting tired of agreeing with this lady.
I'm almost entirely wild shit. Like every now and then I'll pull a rant. I used to rant more, but now that you're there, and you always break out into your hotep rant, and Bobby has his regular rant, I feel like all the rant space is taken. So I just go straight wild, pretty much.
Oh man! So how are you guys? How are your holidays going?
Great.
Well, I got off work and came straight here, so that was good. I took a nice little lunch break, had a quick little smoke, celebrated, and that's when all of that was confirmed. I was like, "Yo, this turned into a great day." Dude, this is like, when I was in LA, I remember I was like broke as fuck on 420.
Who are you going out?
And I had just paid like a bill or whatever, and I was like, damn, dude, like I'm struck. Like, I gotta get to work for the rest of, like, I literally am in fucking California, and I can't get weed for $4.20.
That's the worst.
And so, like, some of my homies, Corey Calvert, hit me up, and he was
fuck,
like,
I miss that dude, man.
yeah. And I was like, he's like, hey, what, you know, Corey, what you doing, fam? What's good? You smoke yet? Holiday? I'm like, yo, bro, pay the bills and da-da-da-da. I'm broke, I'm struck. He was like, oh, I ain't gonna let you go out like that. I'm coming over.
That's
and he
a
lived
friend.
in Pasadena. Then my sister hit me up and she was like, yo, so did you smoke here for 420? I'm like, nah, dude, like, I'm struck because of bills. She's like, oh, I'm coming over. Like, and so then, like, the neighbor kid across the street, he was like, hey, kid, it's this little cool El Salvadorian kid named Neri. He was like, yo, KB, did you smoke? And I was like, nah. He's like, I got you. It was like everybody was like,
community.
Yeah.
Listen,
Okay, but I have to say something. At some point, you was lying to people. But
smoked yet. No, she's all fucking baked. She forgot she smoked.
I can see that happening.
Yeah.
But it came to a house party.
I check my clothes sometimes. Like I'll go.
Did I smoke?
Oh yeah, I smoke.
It still doesn't stop me from smoking again though. So.
There you go.
Sometimes. I'll tell you, I cleaned out my grinder. I just emptied like the keef catcher, and I got that whole jar of keef out of it.
Get the fuck out of here.
That's not even cleaning it.
My goodness, that's amazing.
That's just dumping it
I'm
out.
gonna give you money for that. I like to put that shit in my coffee. It's just delicious.
Yeah, I was gonna make it into some hash. You can do that. But I need an iron.
Man, that looked like some shit that would be
grind.
like Eye of Newt.
Right.
That looked like
That would make me feel good. Damn, that's a good idea.
Oh no, it's fucking amazing. You sprinkle.
Yeah.
You don't even have to put that much in. Like I think like maybe half a teaspoon. Like scoop it in. I've had scenarios like that before where I was like an insane amount, and I just started doing it. Now I like it so much that I never get that amount anymore because I'm constantly fucking emptying these damn grinders to sprinkle a little bit on.
That makes sense. If I had coffee more, I might do that.
Yeah.
You got a winded Pacino or frosted Pacino or
What?
the frosty Pacino?
The Frosty Chino? What is it called? A Frosty Chino?
Frosty Chino.
Yeah.
What's a
Just put it
frosted
in there.
chino?
It's a fucking cold coffee with a Frosty in it.
With like a frosty from like Wendy's in it?
Yeah, Wendy's sells it. I don't make them.
Oh, okay. Wow, I've never heard of that shit.
It's fucking delicious.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
That
You get
sounds.
chocolate or vanilla.
That sounds like some shit you get at Cheesecake Factory. Goddamn.
You pay Cheesecake
I was
Factory
thinking,
prices.
you know, I used to be like I have food addictions.
Mm-hmm.
So certain shit set me off, and I find that sweet is the best. Like having some sweet shit in my fat gullet brings me great joy. And I was just thinking about that. You know, I have, you know, I'm basically vegan. Like if certain shit I'm gonna eat because I don't get to Chicago very much. And if Miss Vera, my mother, bakes a cake, she's a Southern belle.
Yeah.
And if she baked a cake, I'm gonna eat some of that.
Yeah.
You know, fuck the rest of y'all.
So,
But-
I made cookies, but I didn't bring them because it's egg and milk and butter in it.
Yeah. I'm trying to limit that, but I will like cook. I'm a food addict, so like when I hear you say dump ice cream into coffee,
Yeah.
I'm thinking,
Why
like,
not?
God damn, that's an amazing,
Isn't that a good
delicious
idea?
amount of calories.
I like my well, yeah, that
but,
too.
like, man,
I like my
would put
coffee
me-
cold
my
with
goodness.
ice cream in it. Even better.
I thought
Amazing.
I refused to drink cold coffee because in my mind I equated it with like lukewarm coffee. Like I was like, I don't like lukewarm coffee. Why the fuck would I like cold coffee?
Mm-hmm.
And so I never would even try it. People were trying to give me a try. I never would try it. And one time I thought I grabbed the wrong cup. Girl I was there at the time had poured her cold into. It was a mug. I couldn't see what was in it. So I thought it was mine, and I just took a big swig, and that shit was amazing, and it changed my life.
Now add ice
Now
cream
cold
to that.
coffee.
Now add ice cream to that.
Now I'm a cold coffee slut.
Ooh,
Just
so
kidding.
good.
You be on Madison
You
Pulaski.
know what's low key good? The fraps at McDonald's.
Yeah,
word.
they are pretty good.
Yeah.
They are pretty good. If I can't get to Wendy's, yeah.
My drink. Okay, my main drink of choice if I'm going out to a coffee place is a black eye, which always makes whoever the barista that takes my order real nervous when I order that shit. Like, what did you say? Black eye. Oh. Which is black coffee with 2 shots of espresso. Yeah, exactly. At Starbucks, no less. So it's Starbucks with 2 extra shots of Starbucks espresso. That cream in a whatever the large at fucking Starbucks is. I don't speak Starbuckian.
Yeah. Mansion.
A venti is a venti, and
20 ounce.
and yeah, a venti with 5 Splendors. That shit is amazing. It's delicious. It's a perfect, and it's also crack. It like gets you charged up. I did not have one of those. I promise you, it's a detail. It's a vitamin B.
Now you started to
At
come
least,
down now.
at least you're not blaming. Yeah, maybe it's the edibles bringing you down now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Tried to blame my edibles for being all hyped up.
I don't know. I did have a lot of energy, but then I remember I took those vitamin B pills, and I was like, oh, that probably did it.
That'll do it.
Yeah, that'll definitely do it.
Because I took it literally for that reason, so I could have a little bit of spark, a little bit of energy. I'm sorry if I came off a little aggressive, people.
No,
At,
you're
wherever
good.
you're
Hey
at.
man, enjoy your space. I'm just talking shit.
Man, are we gonna talk about the talking about, or we gonna
Man,
slowly
I'm
get
just
into
about
it?
to get into it myself.
Go ahead.
I'm just wondering. I'm happy that we have decided that George Floyd didn't die of high blood pressure. I'm happy that
Or
we can-
drug overdose.
Right.
I
or
think
a
people
bad
who
heart.
want to talk about the fentanyl in his system and that being his cause of death, like, have ever known anybody or seen anybody who's taken fentanyl in their lives. Like, there's no possible way. There's no way. It's like if you're, they keep saying he had 4 times the legal limit of fentanyl, he'd be fucking snoring.
Yeah.
He'd have been snoring before there was a dude's fucking knee on his neck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, no doubt.
Also, the part of the defense that I didn't
Hey,
understand.
believe it.
The part of the defense that I didn't understand, and the part that when people talk about it from that angle that I don't understand is, even if he did have drugs in his system, even if he did have a heart condition, putting a knee on his neck compounded that thing. It's not like the knee on his neck was helping.
No,
him.
yeah.
It wasn't like it was like the knee on his neck was like, no, this is fucking medical aid.
This is exactly what he needs.
This is what the AMA prescribes as the American
Right.
Medical Association. Knee on the back of the neck for a heart attack. It's the best method. Like, the defense was so fucking insanely shitty that, like, even if he had, let's say he had a heart attack, it was he was in the officer's custody. He didn't have a pulse for 3 minutes, and the dude didn't get up. It was 3 minutes between the time they said he didn't have a pulse and the time he actually got up. Like, you can't say, even if it was a heart attack, he didn't do anything to try to help.
Yeah,
Right.
and the witnesses that came out were like very vehemently were like, he fucked up. The end. That's it. Like, that's basically they was playing no games because the defense, like, what the fuck could you say? They had a shitty defense because what the fuck could you say? We watched this man look directly into the camera like fucked up Batman posing with his knee on the mother. You're getting filmed.
The most fucked up part of the defense was there were parts of the defense where the defense was playing the recording, and I was like, "Hey man, I don't give a fuck what you think this part of recording is showing. It is not helping you. You should not keep bringing this up. If I was Derek Chauvin, I would be like, hey nigga, why do you keep playing this tape? Stop playing it. The tape is not our friend, nigga.
Like, I'm not
what the
even
fuck is you
testifying.
doing?
I'm not saying shit, but y'all can't do that. Here we go.
Like you see him shift his weight right here, and so he shifted his weight. No, I see you still on this nigga's neck.
He's like,
All I'm watching you is on this motherfucker's neck. That's all I see.
yeah,
Like,
that's it.
what the fuck?
I
Yeah.
couldn't believe they did it. He played clips of the tape in the fucking closing remarks for the defense. Like, I would have stole on him if I was Derek Chauvin. I would got up and be like, motherfucker, what are you doing?
Hey, those are Trump's future lawyers right there. Like, that defense. That defense.
Okay.
was.
I agree with you.
They did it. What defense could they have?
That's it. What can you do? This motherfucker has a right under the system
Uh-huh.
to have somebody say some type of bullshit if he say he innocent. So he got to draw straws and whatever they got. His foot was by the exhaust of a car that
Like-
wasn't running.
What was they have to.
I don't understand why he didn't go PTSD, like some PTSD, like he snapped. I don't understand how they didn't use that defense.
Because the
I don't know if Minnesota doesn't have like a. I don't know.
Motherfucker post.
But that's That's what I'm
But
saying.
that's what they could
That's
have said.
what he's like.
He's
Like what
absolutely right.
normal person would have done this? He clearly lost it. He
Right.
clearly
You
snapped
can
in
look
this
at his face.
moment.
He's clearly
The
snapped. For sure.
Minneapolis PD has done nothing to help this man. He's had all these incidents. He's clearly this. That's if I was his. I mean, fucking sympathy for the devil. I mean, not sympathy for the devil. Devil's advocate here. I guess I'm playing. That's the defense that I would have made for him, and I was shocked that they didn't take that route at all.
Because then they would have said, "Did you take a leave? Did you seek help for da-da-da?" Dude, that's exactly how they played them.
You got to document when you go insane. You just can't go in and tell the people, I just went crazy today. No,
that's not how. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason. Like the fucked up part is the way that it's unionized. Even if that were the case of people, if you ain't been going to no therapy, if you haven't taken active approach to your treatment, so to speak, they don't give no fucks. Like, nah, we not.
Yeah. Grandma's
You know what I'm
skin
saying?
marks in the chat says he also had a long history of being a bad cop. Yeah.
Absolutely. He had a complaint a year.
Obviously, I want to be clear that I'm not on Denver Chauvin side. I don't know about
we
that.
know
I'm just saying. If I had to be this mother, because here's a part of the system, and I mean I've said this a couple times on our podcast. I understand how our legal system works, and you are afforded a vigorous defense. It is how it is required, even when somebody is stone cold guilty, that they get a vigorous defense, so that we know that our system works the way it's supposed to. But his defense was disgusting. There was other routes I think they should have taken. Even if mine wouldn't have worked, there's got to be other routes they could have taken. They chose to attack the man he murdered and show no sympathy. They showed zero sympathy.
It's worked in the past.
Absolutely. Why would they change the shit they always do? This is the playbook.
We shot that he didn't get off.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
He was shot. That was the favorite shit for me. That was the best shit for me. The look on that motherfucker's
You don't have to see
because
this
what?
part of his face at all
History.
to know what the fuck is
I'm gonna
going
probably
on.
come to that later. I'm not kidding. Like I was just like, oh, it was so great.
That motherfucker was looking both ways before he crossed.
Yeah, he was so. He was so.
He could not fucking believe it.
Wait,
was
is
so
action,
fucking
is
stunned.
action here? Or action's not popping out.
Yeah.
He could not
This is
fucking
real.
believe it.
This is it.
You are going
I
to go
couldn't
to
believe it.
bed.
I was fucking shocked.
If nigga what was a person.
hey, this was the energy. You remember at the end of the NWA song, Fuck the Police? When the dude was like, that's a lie! That's how he was looking like, wait a minute. I get this shit for
Oh,
They was like, oh, you going
This is it. This is
I
equivalent.
did say I waved to my TV. I was right here.
my goodness.
Tim
Dude,
Stewart.
I was actually shocked that two things I was shocked about. When they said remand him from bail, I was actually shocked that they did that because he's a cop and shit. Now, I thought he was going to get the chance to live his life for 2 more months.
No, motherfucker, you've been free the whole while.
Even when they said that shocked me. But the fact that his defense attorney didn't attempt to even I mean, maybe I'm just watching Law and Order. Maybe there isn't an objection you can say there, but it seemed like his defense attorney should have at least said, "Hey, can we there was no nigga, you gone."
No.
Can we have a stay of his corpus?
I feel like the defense attorney quit right there. As soon as they said that, he's like, "Hey."
This shit helps to do. People that said clack them. When you hear clack them, it's over with.
He got appeals and shit like that.
That's in another court.
And that's a different attorney.
You're right, that is a different
Clack them,
attorney.
nigga. It's out. Get your shit.
He said it.
It's
Check clear? Yeah, okay.
Hey, God be with you, dude.
Hey, man, I did my best.
I didn't do that.
I mean,
good.
you
I'm very
got
honest.
this shit to work with.
literally just, they out smoking the blunt and getting lit as fuck right now. Like, hey,
I was actually regular.
Whoo, too bad it had to be this day.
I want to send a shout out to the BGN. They gonna see that boy when he ends up in the whatever Minnesota State pen that is. They know who they are.
BGN love shout outs.
Actually, they don't. That's why you said initials. They don't. They don't like shout outs. That's why you said initials. They're adamantly against it.
things said by Xavier Lamont do not represent the Happy Corner podcast.
She had to
That's
put a disclaimer down.
That's 100% why I always said initials.
Sometimes you gotta do that.
Hey, at the end of the cryotherapy thing, I'm like, not responsible for loss of chain nipple.
I'd be pissed.
Oh my God, they actually put me in the cryo chamber for real to figure out how I feel, to see how it felt.
How did it feel?
It felt like being on 87th and Damon waiting on the bus when it was like, but it was no wind, but it was like 240 degrees below zero. And I had on my underpants and some gloves and some socks and like what them big dumbass rubber shoes, clogs. Crocs, yeah. And you stand there like that. Yeah, I'm looking for. I never would wear them, so. But they like you stand there like that, and you could feel like wherever you're hurting, you can feel it kind of burn a little bit, like when you get in the water and feel Epsom salt. Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was like wow, and then you gotta do it more than once for it to actually work. Mm-hmm. But he just came in and was like, hey, we're gonna do this, and he was like, here. I was like, what are we finna do? He's like, you gotta take your shit off and go in there. I was like, okay, I ain't gonna be the one to come out first. That's all I know. And I just stood there and took it. It was cool though. It was really cool. I would do it.
Yeah.
I would do it again. I would do it for ever. I would just do it.
Dr. Dead Tree says happy 420, y'all.
Hey, what's up, Dr.
Hey,
Doc.
Dr. Dead Tree.
Our
Happy
good friends.
420.
Oh, Rudy in the chat. Happy 420. Much love to all y'all. Joe Vibe, he says.
Is that all our friend Rudy?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Rudy.
Oh, what's up, Rudy? Dude, you got to get up with me, man. Hit my celly, man. I'm here. Shit. I'm here till Thursday. Catch me.
Hear that, Rudy?
That's what's up, Rudy.
Black people talk through cameras as if they don't have phone numbers and shit. Like, hey, just call me Thursday at 8 o'clock. So I'll be out right then. And then.
But it's like we all had the same energy. Oh, that nigga. Yeah, I know him.
Rudy.
God, I was like, there's a chance. Because that's a white ass name. I only know two Rudys. I know Rudy and his daddy. Those only two Latino. That's the only two Mexican or Latino Rudys I know.
Rudy Rudiger. That's the only Rudy I know.
What is that? Rudy?
You know,
Ain't that Germany?
The
Oh,
movie
Rudy.
Rudy.
Oh,
That's that nigga's last name, Rudiger?
Well, there's a shit ton of Rudigers, yeah. But yeah.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know Rudy Rudiger, but his brother was a teacher at my school.
Oh,
He
where?
let you know.
Oh, he let us know every fucking assembly that his brother's
I
movie.
can't remember. I think
I used to
it's
hate
Joe
them
Montana.
We
Shut
watched
your
that
bitch
movie
ass up.
every fucking year.
So I'm pretty sure it's Joe Montana was actually on the team that Rudy was on, and he hates that shit because he's like, it wasn't anything like that. It wasn't even close to some shit like that. It made that whole thing.
Yeah, it was.
I'm almost positive.
That would've pummeled his ass.
Yeah, it was like he made one play or something like that, but it wasn't like save the game type of shit. Like, it was,
Yeah, Mr. Rudiger was a gym teacher.
Yeah, you know he wrote his own story.
Like, let me tell you how certain I am that it's bullshit, is that Joe Montana at one point was considered the greatest quarterback of all time.
Yes.
This motherfucker's got 4 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
And he won, I think, a national championship at Notre Dame as a quarterback.
Yeah.
So he has a lot of accomplishments. He's not a petty person, and he still feels that way about that shit. It's still like bites him in his craw. It's still got him in the craw, man. Like, that's some bullshit.
Give all the love back you gave to that motherfucker. He don't deserve it.
Also, I'm thinking about the movie. I don't know.
He turned a viral moment into a whole film because there was no viral shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
He did
Yeah,
one
that shit would
play.
have been like an ESPN highlight.
He did one play. He was like, I did it. I'm the underdog.
Then his family went on to make money on other
Everybody was
shit.
like, everybody loves a good underdog story. And that's why we watched it every year at school.
Huh.
You know,
And so Mr. Rudiger could go, there we are, look. Because you know the family's always in the movie.
Definitely. All this shit.
you know,
It's on a fucking projector. We're like, okay. Senior year. I'm like, got it. I'm up there. I'm like with the laser, but there it is. Okay. Keep going. Push play.
Oh, man.
Dude,
You know that
what's
movies like
fucked
that?
up?
Oh.
It's like, even at school, when you watch a movie, it be boring. Like, normally, outside of that setting, you'd be like, oh, this is my shit. But then when you get into class, you're like, man, this is so fucking boring. Like, I hate this shit, bro.
When you're making... Okay, when we watched Rudy, it was
It doesn't matter if it's the
grade.
Matrix.
Every grade went into the auditorium to watch that shit at the same fucking time. And when you are forced to watch a movie every year, you're like, this is fucking terrible.
They started referring to, in my sophomore Rudy year, we did this.
I think every
Rudy year, I sat over here.
I think every school has something like that where there's either somebody who's actually famous or somebody who is their version of whatever they're famous for that town.
Yes.
And they have
What you got?
fucking story like
Nation
that.
looked at you
Rudy
and
is
just
not
went,
ours. That's not our famous person.
I went to St. Joseph's in Rensselaer, and the Bears used to practice down there. That was the place where they used to work out before they moved to 2 or 3 other places after that. But they Brian song, the film Brian song,
Oh, yeah.
is filmed on our campus,
Okay.
or parts of it when they're practicing is filmed on our campus.
Wow. Sometimes you realize, wow, that was the point of this. Like, it's stuff that I've done in my life per the instructions and didn't know why I was doing it, and then realized, oh, okay. I went to CVS, and CVS had a wall of famous niggas.
Yeah.
Like, a wall of people. And then
Yeah.
I was looking, and right after, once I was gone, I went back to see some folks I knew, and they put Bernie up there, Bernie Mac on there.
Yeah.
So I was just thinking, like, yeah, that's cool. Cause when you went there, when I was a kid, if you went to that school, your life was set.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you had a job where you could just do shit,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why they was like. Let me just give you one quick thought. Like, this is the way the supremacy shit works. I go walk around the neighborhood I live in now, and I notice the architecture. Now I graduated with an architectural drafting diploma from high school. It was an actual diploma that says architectural drafting. And the shit that they taught me was the shit that goes in the walls. They didn't teach me anything about the beauty of a piece. Right? They only taught me the mechanical inner workings. I'm more of a beauty type of nigga. Like, you could let me just look at the outside and tell you how I feel about that. No. Me, they made you learn what's in the walls only. That's it.
Damn.
I mean, you could do the little outside part, but there was no focus on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just
There's
had
no
to
art
look a
there.
certain way at the
Yeah.
end. You know what I'm saying?
Because they weren't trying to make artists, they were trying to make builders.
Goddamn
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Goddamn right.
They were workers, fuck some artists. Yeah, the CBS has a lot of history. Right now, there's Jawan Howard, who graduated a couple years before me.
He graduated a couple years after me.
Ball player. He is the head coach at Michigan now. Made it to the national championship. Got blown the fuck up in the not national championship, the Final Four. In his first year, I think, as coach, right?
I think this is if it is his first.
I believe it's his first year. If not his first,
Only
second year. as coach. So that's super dope. Quick Juwan Howard story. Funny. He played at CBS when I played at West Aurora, and in the summertime we would play CBS in like a summer league that it was kind of like an AAU type thing where our high school team played together versus other high school teams where coaches couldn't help. And I fucking dominated Juwan Howard. This game, I had 7 blocks, a bunch of rebounds. I was not a good basketball player in high school, but I could play defense. I was kind of like a high school version of Dennis Rodman. I couldn't shoot for shit, but I could play defense, right? And I just dominated them. And so we played them in a holiday tournament, a Thanksgiving holiday tournament, and CBS was in like top 3 in the country because they had fucking Juwan Howard.
Yeah.
And after I dominated him in the summer league, we went into the game like, you're about to kill this motherfucker just like in the summer league.
Mm-hmm.
This motherfucker put up like 40-something points, dunked on me like 3-4 times. I had like 16 rebounds, like destroyed me. Like I still every now and then have random flashbacks of this motherfucker dunking on me. And I had the same look Derek Chauvin had when they. I was just like, what is happening? What is happening? And after the game, Juwan says to me, "Hey, big man, thanks for helping me this summer, man. I was working on my left hand. This nigga was working on his offhand to shoot. That's why I dominated him this summer because he was working on his weak hand. When he played with his strong hand, he put up 40-something points."
No, he had to tell me.
Yeah, he saw your face. He was like, "Let me explain it."
Let me explain to this little nigga.
Thanks, man.
That's kind of cool, actually. Hey, man, yeah.
I want you to feel bad about yourself.
Your game was always garbage.
Oh, I came in today. Man, I'm trying to tell you the level of confidence I had going into that game versus what happened to me, dude. It was, God. The fact that I picked up a basketball again is kind of amazing, actually.
I have had those Jerry the Jackass moments. Like I was walking downtown, had a little suit on, I was thinking I was doing some shit. And this lady walks up to me and asks me, do I want to be a part of a TV show? And I was like, yeah, I do shit. And she starts asking me a series of questions. And so I start answering them. And apparently I was supposed to answer them wrong. Because she was like, oh, okay, you could go ahead. And I was like, what? I did it all. I know it was right.
Psychologist?
No, this was like a game show.
Yeah.
Like one of those game shows where they stop you on the street and ask. It was like a fairly popular game show at the time.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
And they ask you a group of
They were a
questions.
man on the street.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to answer them wrong.
Yeah.
So you could be stupid.
Yeah.
And so I thought I was doing good because I was answering all the questions. She was like, yeah, we don't really need you. You can move along with your life.
That wasn't entertaining.
And as I was walking away, I was thinking, oh, I thought I was looking good. I'm looking stupid to these things. Oh, yeah. He got a big dumbass smile on
The system.
This motherfucker. I'm nailing these hands.
It's like, oh, yeah.
You gotta do better than that.
Never mind.
Yeah,
Who doesn't know who's on Mount Rushmore? What the hell?
It was like shit about like one of the Beatles or some shit. And who was the? It was really simple questions, and I'm like, well, why would you?
But here's the thing: this is where you and I are similar.
Go lay down.
Even if I recognize that was what was going on, yeah, I'm not the person you want for that. I'm not about to be on TV saying stupid shit. I'm not about to.
Well, I mean, that's not the approach. They don't come up to you like, hey, which one of y'all dumb?
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't.
I didn't know that's what they was looking for. Because if it was, I'd be like, yeah, go on, bitch. I got shit to do. You know what I'm saying? But I was thinking, oh yeah, I'd love to be entertaining on television.
Dumb people would never admit they were dumb anyway.
Right.
They would never.
Because they don't
They
know.
don't know. They have no fucking idea. They have no idea.
They just look like, oh boy.
Yeah.
They totally surprised. Like, oh, am I dumb?
What?
Who said
Me?
that?
No, dumb people say, because I'm smart.
Listen.
Hey man, look.
I'm smart.
We're confident.
Y'all have to remember, there's parts of the country that still don't have like high-speed internet everywhere. Like, I'm not even exaggerating.
Yeah.
There's literally parts of the country that still don't have high-speed internet everywhere.
And there
so, like,
are still dumb people with high speed.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, they just knows dumb shit faster.
Yeah. We get to see it.
You just get to say, I did my research.
any of you guys watch that QAnon documentary?
I did.
I started to watch it.
It's
It was amazing.
the thing about the QAnon conspiracy is there was a video before you get to like I don't know why they don't talk about it, because every person that tried to get me into the QAnon shit, they always sent me this link to a YouTube video that was like 9 minutes long and it described like all the backstory, and it's bullshit right away, because like you ask, why should I vote for Trump, and they're like, watch this video. And it started out with some shit about JFK Jr. and I was like, I'm out. I'm done. Like, as soon as I'm like, this is nothing to, like, JFK Jr., get the fuck out of here. I'm gone. But here's the thing. If you ever see those movies where, like, there's body snatcher motherfuckers and, like, there's something that they gotta trick you to do, and that's how they get you to get your body right? I swear to God, I'm not exaggerating. I had so many of my secret right-wing friends or Trump supporters, whatever, who hit me up with that shit, and they all got like really upset because I kept saying, I don't want to watch the video. I need you to tell me in your words. Use your words to explain to me like how you what you understand about this. Yeah. And they can just watch the video. It explains everything. I was like, I don't want to fucking watch the video.
We have a lovely Amway opportunity for you. Watch the fucking video. Dig.
I felt like the video was a brainwash thing. Like if you watch more than 5 minutes of it, they got you.
You're
that's why that's because anybody I know that didn't watch the video like instantly thought QAnon was bullshit. Everybody I know that watched the whole video was it.
Was that you know a lot of QAnon people?
I did. There's a lot of people obviously jump ship and shit, but I lost at least 40 people on Facebook that I knew.
Wait, the way that you said lost was like they
died.
Nah, y'all cut the motherfuckers off because they were talking crazy shit.
Yeah.
You deleted them?
Yeah, like blocks, like I'm done. Like we're not, like I'm not coming back on that friendship.
Right.
Like because if you get sucked in on that hard that you're like, I'm talking about these are people who came in with visceral. Not like not somebody who's like if somebody was like, I got one of my barbers, excuse me, one of the guys who work at the shop where I get my hair cut. He asked me about it. I said it was bullshit. And I explained to him why I thought it was bullshit. And he goes, you make a lot of good points. You're probably right. But some of it does make sense to me though. That, I can accept that. I can accept that response because it's like, he's open to the idea that it's probably bullshit, but he's also like, but there is some shit in there that you can't explain too, you know?
Yeah.
Or some shit that I still, think is curious. I can understand being curious, but going whole hog the way people did,
all the way in,
all the way in,
it's a lifestyle
that you attacked the fucking Capitol.
Yes,
and that is
a giant cult.
Beyond insane to me.
Yeah,
beyond insane to me. The fact that these
on
people,
what evidence too? None.
Like, the funny thing is, these weren't like dumb people. These weren't poor people.
Yeah. There was a chick that flew there with a private jet.
I'm just doing what's right for the American people. I'm just the common man. Bitch, you're on a private jet. You are not anybody's common man.
Hey, you want something low key? It's not in the news anymore, but there's still a gang of motherfuckers that never got arrested. That they know who they are, and they just never arrested them for one reason or another. And I have a theory that's going to be like some conspiracy theory show shit, but I believe that there may have been agitators. Agitators is the wrong word. There was a lot of cops in that motherfucking mob. And I don't know if all of them were 100% in because that's what was in their heart to be in, or if there's a chance that some of those motherfuckers may have been, inside, like, working double agent shit, trying to get information, but was in it. But either way, the reason why I think all those people got to leave and go home was because they couldn't arrest them, because if they arrested them, they would have arrested their own people. And they don't want to do that.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter either
Doesn't
way.
matter. You can lock them up.
No, I'm not saying that's a justification. I'm saying that's where they realized it was too many cops that would have got arrested, and they didn't want the fucking black eye of so many cops. Because, like, it's coming out slowly how many fucking officers and army members were a part of that shit. But if they had arrested all the motherfuckers right then and realized that, I made a joke the day of it about how awkward January 6th was for the motherfuckers who put in for time off and couldn't get it, and now they got to arrest their buddies that did. That did get the time off.
But that's the thing.
And that was a real fuck up. That's really what it was.
Yeah.
If you undercover, or if you undercover, they'll lock you up and then let you go later, right? So you don't have to do. You need to keep your cover, then you get locked up with the rest of these motherfuckers. Mm-hmm. They just didn't
lock motherfuckers up.
Absolutely.
That's what that was. That's just what that was.
Not only did they not lock motherfuckers up, Trump made sure they went home. He took all day to get over there.
Oh yeah,
he told about day.
I wonder if you guys think there's ever going to be any kind of justice for any of that shit?
No.
I don't think
it's going to be a few stupid people because, okay, what you were supposed to do if that's what you was going to do. You're supposed to go in there, strategically do what you want to do and get the fuck out. These motherfuckers going in there because they have white supremacy. You can't put your feet on the speaker of the House's desk and think it's going to be cool in the morning. When they finally get control of this shit, you're going to jail. And then when he goes to jail, he cries.
Yeah.
Why am I the only one still here? Motherfucker, you put your foot
on the speaker of the House desk.
What was they thinking? They was thinking this white dude is going to take care of us.
He stole some shit too.
Yeah, and they had a little chick that was stealing stuff and doing Hitler dances and shit. It was incredible.
People
and they
smear shit all over the bathrooms. Yes. Like trash.
And like, by the way, what part of the game is that? Like, here's the thing. If you are being a revolutionary, if you really believe that this was like some 1776 type shit, like you are saving the republic from some tyranny, if you really believe that, why the fuck are you smearing feces on the fucking House of Representatives that you would want to take over as soon as you fuck? Like, what kind of insanity is that?
Audacity to want organic food.
How
you gonna want some organic food after you done smeared feces on some shit?
Did he get it?
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
I couldn't get inmates diets that they needed. Like, motherfuckers had liquid diets, and I had to wait all day to get their food. But they get this motherfucker. Well, whatever.
Yep, they caved because he wouldn't eat.
Man.
Let him not eat.
You gonna eat this shit eventually.
You'll get hungry.
Let him not eat.
Hey man, if you could be white, but you also have a white dick, would you switch?
I can honestly say that I am very happy where I am with whatever penis size that I have. You understand? Like, I'm like, because here's the thing, here's the incredible part, is I get to be around people who I know are better than the people that got everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just get to chill out. I ain't got to, because when you get around them people, you got to act a certain way. I ain't got to do that. I can just sit here and be high and take in the situation.
Well,
hey, that water has sugar in it. Did you know that?
It says 0 calories.
It has a gram of sugar in it.
1 gram of sugar.
Every bottle.
Why?
I don't know.
Well,
but I just discovered it and I'm very upset about it.
How could they say it's
Say it
0
on the
calories
label?
then?
I have no idea. But if you look up core energy drink sugar, it'll tell you right there. As soon as it comes up, their thing, gram of sugar.
Oh, okay.
Every bottle.
Are we just gonna gloss over that you asked this question?
Yeah,
I
wanted to run it back because you immediately went to your dick gonna be smaller. Like,
because you get all the advantage of being a white guy, but you lose the one advantage that black men have.
Because white dudes have a big dick though.
Yes.
In theory, that's what I've heard.
Yes, but the likelihood is probably a little
better.
I say where I'm at.
Yeah.
You know what
the likelihood is less.
Oh, I mean, no
But
disrespect.
there's some well-hung white dudes.
I would imagine they'd have to be.
Are we counting Italians or what?
Yeah. They probably Greek.
I don't know
They
that.
probably
I
Greek
don't
or
know
Italian, Southern Greek or Italian.
Dark hair.
Yeah, Mediterranean.
Well, Hannibal took them
curvature.
over, so yeah.
Yeah.
There's curvature.
Probably got some.
You said
Probably got some Moorish.
That is not a flat earth. Nope.
Irish dudes getting mad watching the show right now. Fuck you, bro.
Answer
I hear what you're saying.
Answer your own question.
Oh man, yeah.
If I got the white dude privilege,
Sacrifice that for a
He
white
thought
dude
about
dick?
this. Hell yeah.
Are you the same
Yeah.
size
I
as a white man?
would do it. I would.
XL,
Here's why I would
are
do
you
it.
the same size as a white man? You're just white.
Wait, my dick the same?
No, you as a human being, are you the same size as a white man?
Yeah.
Oh, your dick's huge. Yeah, you're fine. Or you're gonna have like proportional.
Wait, now you take away his reason for staying black.
I'm
He was
sorry.
like, oh, well, I'm going to stay black for the big dick.
I really
It was like,
hey.
nah, actually, as a white dude, you could have the big dick. Oh, word. Well, maybe. Shit. This white privilege
It
thing.
might work out for me. Well, if I was a white dude,
Wait, big dick. Y'all remember when everybody was saying big dick energy?
Yeah.
That was strictly a term for women who were doing that and white dudes, because big dick energy was just being a black guy. That's just like oh yeah, confidence. That's all that shit is. It's confidence. Cause never mind.
No, it's all good.
I'm sure there's small dick black guys somewhere.
somewhere.
It's probably
I guarantee you there's small dick black guys somewhere.
I think it's all.
I am certain there.
What if you
When you say there's certain, like you met one, or you say
And then if you have bad credit, you should just die. You just fucked it all.
oh my god.
There's nothing for you to be here for. Like,
Let's see what that mouth do, though.
oh my god, that is hilarious. I'm gonna see if my wife sent a message on that. That girl swears she was like, nigga. Oh my god, that's funny.
The power that white men have in society is insane, and I would just like being a white person in America, a white man in America is the only are the only people who have the actual opportunity to be free.
I would agree with that, but I would say this. I would say
Go.
that the
Like,
amount of
full freedom.
influence that you have on the world, though, as a black dude, like, dig this, man. I was thinking this up there. I smoked some good ass weed. What's that lady's name? Yeah.
That
Yeah,
lady-
that shit is incredible.
that
Laura
person-
Ingraham.
Oh yeah.
Laura Ingraham told LeBron James to shut up and dribble. My God, bitch, you are amazing. You are at best an average human being who has had every fucking opportunity on the planet. And you gonna tell somebody from a suburb of a city that nobody really digs but me, that you gonna tell him what to do when the world calls this little boy who grew up in Akron a king. Bitch, they don't even call you by your name half the time. They be like, this little white bitch you on TV. And you gonna tell King James to shut up? The nerve of you. Like, I'm saying, like, I'm sorry, I just gotta get this out. When I worked in that jail, I would look around and I would think, the whole reason you niggas is locked up is because they scared of y'all. Like, that's the whole reason. It ain't got shit to do with crack. It ain't got shit to do with none of that other shit. It's because they are afraid. And that's why they had me there to be like, hey, man, don't fuck with nobody. Take care of this. I'll get you a sandwich.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That is it. And so for me, man, I'm like, shit, I'd rather be where I am. I'm cool right here.
I just want to mention that Rudy's trying to chime in about his dick size now. You guys started.
Look what you guys have started.
Rudy always dating black women with big asses, so he ain't gotta chime in. It makes sense. Like,
yeah.
Rudy dated a girl with an ass that was as tall as him.
That's true.
And he had this big ass smile on his face.
All the time, Rudy, all the time.
Yeah, I like when Rudy smashed and he'd be like, yeah, fuck the shit out.
Hey.
You know. You always know.
Oh my
Like,
God.
He always has a look at, yeah, fuck the shit out of him.
Yes. and
I
Rudy,
level with her titties too. Loves it.
perfection. That dude right there, you can tell he understands violence well. Like he has violence is a language, man. Sometimes you just have to talk that, and you can tell that dude is spoken in quite a bit.
I love this story. This is my favorite Rudy story. The day I met Rudy, there used to be this place called Tap House. Well, Tap House is still there, but a comedy show under the tap. So one of the places I first started doing comedy. And this is literally like, I don't even think I'm 6 months into comedy yet. And I'm on stage, and Rudy is there with two of his buddies. And Rudy dresses very much like an Italian mobster motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he looks like he's cosplaying Tony Soprano. And he has two dudes on either side of him. And the funny thing about, I happen, just because of some people that I went to school with and shit, I happen to know actual mob motherfuckers. And they don't walk around all the time with big motherfuckers like me. They walk around with a little skinny, plain looking dude that looks kind of maybe scruffy or something that will fuck you up. That, you know, he either knows how to do something or he's carrying something. He's the motherfucker you gotta worry about. And Rudy's sitting with two dudes that look like that. Black dude and a white dude that fit that kind of description. And he's sitting there with a cane dog. I think he's wearing glasses in a fucking comedy club at night. He's wearing like dark shades. And he's sitting front row of the show. And I see this motherfucker, and the first thing I think is, oh, fuck, I better be funny. All I need is some local mobster nigga not liking my material, you know. And I did good. And after the show, very much like a mafia motherfucker, he comes over to me after the show with his two guys on either side of him. And hey man, that was great. Yeah, they were walking, flanking him and shit. Yeah. Like I for sure thought that I like this is some, you know.
I don't rule it out. He still works in the trades.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to put you out there, Rudy.
He said he paint houses really nice. I'm sure he does.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he does that, but there's a reason that he does it. He's probably putting bodies and shit in the wall.
Yeah.
Cleaning up. He's cleaning up.
Yeah. You know, I think painters use lye a lot, and lye is good. Never mind.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Don't get us in trouble.
Yeah, this is on the World Wide Web.
I'm just kidding. I don't even painters don't use lye.
I don't even know if they would or wouldn't. I'm just like enjoying being.
I don't know. I don't know what lies.
We're just teasing.
He hasn't confirmed or denied.
Right. We was waiting for that confirmation.
Yes.
I mean, he can't tell us, but like,
you know, just wink.
Just like send me a wink emoji. I know.
What's y'all nightcap? Do y'all smoke before y'all?
Yes, I need to
smoke
smoke before I go to bed.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I switch what I'm smoking. I have indica. Actually, I'm smoking a little bit of it now. That Yoda indica that I put out there is it's like 85%, and it's a hybrid, but it's 85% indica. And,
it's really relaxing. I like it all.
Yeah. And so I usually go with either indica or if I got something that has a very, very high terpene content. And,
why do you go super dark, bro? Like, bro, you going super dark, or am I really high? All right.
I'm sorry.
No, because the way that you set up, you were like, well, actually.
I smoke some shit that makes me zone the fuck out so I can breathe.
And I'm zoned the fuck out, and I'm like, wait, are we, like, because I feel like it's just us talking.
I'm sorry.
Y'all are like, I'm high. That's all it is.
So you smoke this certain
I smoked a whole
dream,
blunt
you
of
said?
that yoga.
Yeah.
That's what he
I
was
smoked
smoking?
so I don't remember my dreams at all.
I'm sorry.
Because I have really bad anxiety dreams.
Really?
Yeah.
Right.
Usually
Those
someone's
are
trying to
called
kill me.
nightmares. Those are not
Well,
dreams.
I mean.
Yeah. I guess they are dreams.
But when
yeah.
but when you only have those, like if I remembered my dreams, it would be.
I mean, is there supposed to be a dream to nightmare ratio or something like that?
I
think
don't.
all of them. They're all nightmares.
Like,
I just.
I don't think you're supposed to like constantly have dreams that people you love are trying to kill you. You know?
Yeah, that would be
Maybe
kinda
it's about metamorphosis.
Okay. Well, actually.
No, I'm
I don't
totally,
know
I'm
what
totally,
none of
I'm
that
totally,
means.
I'm totally fine.
Well,
But I do.
maybe-
I smoke before I do.
Maybe you're supposed to write a hilarious thriller.
Ooh.
Yeah, maybe.
Hey, my dream, the reason why I smoked the dream is because, and this actually happened even before I started smoking weed, but some of the funniest shit that I've ever come up with for stage or sketches and shit like that was stuff that like literally woke me up in the middle of the night. I dreamt it or thought about it like while I was laying in bed high, and it woke me up. It made me laugh in my sleep, or made me wake up laughing, and I'll write it down. Or most of the time, what I do is I make a voice note on my phone real quick.
Damn, I need to look at some of those. I got like
Do this.
100 of them motherfuckers. In
I
there.
do
Yeah.
that and it never makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, mine
The
makes
bit-
sense. I just don't do nothing with them.
The new bit that I have about being terrified of my son. Literally, I woke up at like 3 o'clock in the morning, dying laughing. Yeah, just because it was based off real shit that had happened. For those of you watching at home, my son is like 6'5", 260 pounds, mostly muscle. Like everything he eats goes straight through him.
How old is he?
16.
Okay, 16 now.
And
The last time we talked, he's always just been huge. Like the last time we talked about this, he was like 12.
But like
And
now,
still
when
giant.
he walks through my house, you know Jurassic Park, where you see the thing and the shit, like shit. Yeah, that's what happens when he walks through the fucking house. He is, it is so weird because it's 100% me. Like everything that he's doing was what I was doing to my mom, and it's payback or whatever from when I was a kid. But I see why people look at me sometimes like I'm a fucking freak. And I get used to it. It doesn't bother me anymore. But sometimes I notice I'm like, Jesus Christ. And like I'm looking at him and I'm like, oh God. And he eats. I cook a lot. And I literally, when I cook now, when I'm done cooking, I make my plate and step out of the kitchen before I tell him that I'm done cooking.
Oh, yeah, at that level.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you ever play sports, like I played.
My brother was like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your brother's diesel. Brother's big swole chest, muscular motherfucker.
Yeah.
So I bet he ate a ton.
Yeah.
Like if you ever play like I played college football when it was like in the middle line. It's basically, if you have brothers or sisters too, I guess this could be the case. Fighting people, it's like that, except it's just one motherfucker and he's stronger than me. He's stronger than me. He moves me out of the way without trying. This is how strong he is. I don't want to say how much I weigh, but he weighs 260 and I weigh a lot more. And I'm taller than him and bigger than him. And I was teaching him a basketball move, just turn around, go to the basket. And he had practiced it I literally made him do 100 times each way. And I said, okay, we're in a garage. And I was like, oh, you're acting like you're going to the basket. I'm going to stand behind you because you're not going to have that without somebody trying to block it. But I'm just going to stand here like this. I want you to go up just as hard, act like you're going up to the basket, just go straight through me. And because I'm so big, nobody fucking moves me around, right? So I just stood there, and he turned, and his shoulder hit me, and it was like if you saw Justice League when somebody hit Superman and he just kind of went like that, and they went flying off of him. I literally left my feet. His shoulder hit my chest, and I left my feet and flew into the wall. Like he knocked. When I played basketball, that never happened to me from a grown fucking man. And my 16-year-old son just turned and threw me off my feet, and I literally hit the wall, slid down, and was like, "We're gonna be rich." Oh my God, we're gonna be rich. Oh my God, I can teach this nigga how to make a basket. We're gonna be rich. Oh my God.
Hey, can I ask you guys a question? I want to know. I know this is old. I know this is already past. A lot of people seen it already. But what did you guys think of Coming to America?
I loved it. KB did not like it. I thought they were
I
parts
gave
of
my review about it. Go ahead, do your thing. Go ahead.
I thought it was very funny. It was fun. There were parts of it that were very lazy. Like they did not have to show the entire bar scene when they were out, where they went through the montage of all the things again. Everybody saw that. There was a space where they could have done something completely different. They could have done the same fucking thing. They could have just had it with new characters doing other shit for some reason. But they literally just played the old clip. That was kind of lazy.
I liked everything about it except for the plot and writing. I loved. No, I did.
I agree.
That's weird. That's a very weird compliment.
They had a really good opportunity.
Baby, you sexy except for your face and body.
I liked it, except
if you didn't offend all of my senses, we would be at a cheap motel with expensive honey right now.
No. I love all the send-ups. I love all the I liked all of the design and the look, and I loved all of that shit. I loved Wesley Snipes in it.
He was funny. He was very funny.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't that. It was like, I was like, what is missing in this, that the story, because I'm a nerd about the fucking story and writing.
You're a great writer.
And so, like,
Always
to
been a
me,
fan of
that's like the thing that didn't, like, they left too much, like, that cast is so dope, right?
Mm-hmm.
That if they had a better script, that movie would have been bonkers.
Yeah, I agree. I think
because everything else was in place.
So here's the thing that's funny. I don't know if the movie they put out was the movie they put out because that's the movie they intended to put out, or if COVID happening made them have to cut the budget, and maybe that's why there was so many like holes in the plot and all that shit.
Yeah.
And stuff like that, because they had to do what they had to do. It still wound up being a really entertaining movie, and it made a fuck ton of money. It made a fuck ton of money.
I love that it broke a record that weekend. I love that it was like all black. I love everything about it.
Yeah.
But here's my whole thing. You have these legends right here, and I hate when writers fucking do this shit, when they get fucking lazy and you're working with
well, that's what I'm saying. There is a chance.
Icons.
There is a chance.
And if you get lazy and be like, well, we could just lean on them being icons. No, they already did their part. You got to do your part and write them some good shit.
Didn't anybody write the shit?
No, he did not.
Oh.
But all I'm saying is there's a chance that COVID might have played a part in that. That they didn't get to finish it the way they wanted to, because there's some stuff in there that is like gaping that look like they just didn't work, like they had to. That might explain why they had to fill so much time with old footage.
I think it was this. They had a good script with Anne Magruder and Ryan Coogler attached, and then they was like, how can we work this so that we can maximize the money? These dudes kind of already have a story. We'll get Kenya Barris to kind of story it out. That's the reason why.
That's what happened?
And that's what it was.
Huh.
But there is a really, from what I heard, like the grapevine that there's this with
like a Snyder cut of
a script written by Aaron Magruder,
who was the best,
and was going to be directed by Ryan Coogler, who directed Black
Panther
Panther and
Creed.
What
did you think?
I mean, I was entertained by it, but yeah, I thought the writing potential.
Watch your mouth, white woman. Just kidding.
Don't do that to Aimee.
Oh, you know I'm kidding. You know I'm kidding. I love
I
Aimee.
didn't even know you.
I'm
was
so
white
excited.
woman.
I'm also
I thought
excited to
you
see
was
both of you
Latin
guys.
or something.
Yeah, I'm just a white lady.
Really, you got
Yeah.
like a real cool Latin vibe. I didn't feel
Thank
like
you.
at
You're
one
not
point-
the first person who said that.
I didn't feel at one point you would call the police on me.
No.
No.
I
She
thought.
spells it with 2 E's. She's cool.
That's
Is that what-
I thought it was great. The reason I dug it is because it was Eddie Murphy. I dig everything Eddie Murphy does that comes anywhere near anything that Eddie Murphy used to do. And when I saw little jokes that was in it, a lot of people might have missed. I saw him do a quick homage to to his Delirious special where he did the joke about wiping your ass with, and I thought that was pretty cool placement. And I just thought, yes, there's problems with this story, clearly as a storyteller and the person who writes stories. But I thought his star power was so good, and I thought Leslie Jones just brought it home.
Leslie Jones is great.
Yeah,
I'm like,
Leslie
oh
Jones.
my
She's
God.
fun.
And man,
Yeah.
and Wesley, I'm just the whole and the homage to ancient African culture as opposed to what we do now and the marriage of the two. I just rode that enjoyable wave as opposed to the large gaping holes in the story that I didn't think of. I'm like these
Pick up
old
Taylor.
dudes.
Taylor is dope.
How old do you get to be and still cut people's hair? Like these old dudes in the barbershop.
Hey, those dudes have to
Should've
be
been
over 100.
tombstones.
They should have been over 100.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
shit like
listen.
that was like okay, but at the same time, part of what makes comedy is that you don't necessarily have to resolve things properly.
Yeah.
Like there should be a degree of absurdity.
That's
My
right.
father's 91, and he was in dudes in the barbershop. He can barely stand up, but he still talks shit.
Yeah.
The other day I was talking to this old dude. I said, hey man, I can't concentrate if you keep talking. And he said, well, do what you got to do then. And I was like, but you keep talking to me. And he was like, well, if you would stop talking to me, maybe I might stop talking to you. Like, stop talking.
Damn.
Fuck you. Shit, I like to shut up. This is my house.
Alright, we've been smoking and talking and all that good shit.
Storytelling.
Storytelling and all that. And at the Happy Corner, we always like to do this on the Happy Corner. We like asking our guests to like give us their favorite theme song or jingle from a commercial or from a TV show. So, Rob, since you've been on recently, we're going to let you think, and we're going to start with Xavier Lamont.
Favorite theme song from a TV show is there's two.
Okay.
It's a tie. It's Boondocks is cartoon.
Okay.
Is number one. I love this. The rap is dope as fuck. The intro
Yeah.
graphics are super cool too. But also, this has been a lifetime favorite. The theme song to a TV show called Barney Miller that most of the audience won't know. But if you ever go Google theme song to Barney
you sing a
Miller
little bit for
and
us?
do yourself for a second. Your singing ass really went to the stat horn. You don't go to the boom, 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 boom.
Well, one of you should have taken the horn, and the other should have taken the...
Take the horn.
That's where the horns come in.
I couldn't remember all of the notes. I
Yeah.
just went for where I could start from.
But yeah, it's like that bass line. I can't believe like Kanye or somebody hasn't done something with that beat, or maybe they haven't. I just didn't catch it.
Yeah.
But that was like anybody in maybe 35 or older. You're a kid. That shit used to come on all the time on reruns on WGN, and that song. It's like iconic. It's my favorite. It's my old school favorite. So there you go.
It's always gonna be the same for me. I mean, like I really did think that the Boondocks answer was great because everything that dude did. I met him once and he was as cool as a fan. Like, and here's the funny thing: I was on dialysis and I met Stink Meaner. He was a real dude. He was an actual real dude sitting next to me in dialysis chair. And I was looking at him, he was like yelling at everybody. And I looked at him, he was like, what you looking at me? I was like, oh my God! And I was really loud, it was like 4 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, oh my God, stink meaner. And everybody in the facility just started laughing and shit. People trying to sleep. They're like, what the fuck just happened? And he's like, who the fuck is that? I met stink meaner. My favorite is gonna always be, I just got a thing for Quincy Jones. And you just can't get better than the raggediness of oh my God, Sanford and Son is amazing.
I was thinking Rashad.
In the break. You remember that part?
Yeah.
Oh, I was
no,
confused.
No, I was just thinking, man, junk men are just entrepreneurial hoarders. I gotta sell some of this shit.
This ragged shit.
That's what he was thinking about.
I'm like, he was perplexed.
I didn't forget that part. I was just thinking.
Sell some of this shit.
But I also like the
shower thought. That's what that was.
the beginning and the ending to Chico and the Man.
Yeah, I don't remember it, but I remember it being great. That Steve Marcion? Not Marcion.
I can't remember the blind guy.
No. Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it was like nice little guitar. Dum 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 dum. Chico. You know, I can't remember the words.
You know a corny one that I like just because it was a thing when I was a kid? There used to be a show called Greatest American Hero.
Oh yeah, believe it or not,
I'm walking on air. Can't believe it, it's so real. Flying away on a wing and a prayer. Yeah. It's a super corny ass song. It's like if I Believe I Can Fly was written by a white dude.
Yeah. And the show was amazingly corny.
But I love that show. I love that show so much. For you guys that have no idea, because we're talking about some OG shit. We're the new OG, so we OG. Yeah. But it's the show was a guy found an alien spacesuit that made him basically a superhero, but he didn't know how to work the suit.
He lost the instructions.
Oh, yeah. Oh, damn. You know better. He lost the instructions.
So that'd be anybody who found, like, the Iron Man suit.
Yes.
Like,
so, like, he flying, he crashing into shit.
Yeah. And he's discovering shit as he go along.
Yeah.
Finds out if you could touch somebody's clothes, you can see where they were. Shit like that. You know, like
this dude has amazing powers,
but
but
the
he don't know
dude
what
that tells him what
that
to
would
do.
be kind of ill, though. Where you been? Where you been?
Please don't do that.
Loving that shit. Are you
I'm saying
kidding me?
don't do that.
Oh man.
I
They
think
be touching everybody. Come on now.
Right.
Right.
And that was like the dude that told him what to do was the ultimate white dude, like the whitest of white dudes. Like he was like, "Come on, kid, cut out all that hippie love shit. Let's go get on the case." Like, I'm the super motherfucker.
Yeah, he was like Mickey from Rocky, but with a trench coat.
Like, I'll be to slap you around a little bit, homie. Wait, hold up. Like he was trying to talk to his girl, he had fucked up with his girl or some shit. And he just called him a hippie and told him to get a haircut and bring his ass on. And dude just, okay, here we go.
The dude that they had being a superhero was like, man, white America. He was white blonde dude with like a curly blonde afro.
Yeah.
And
I kind of remember this shit.
he was super corny, goofy.
Yeah.
Like he was more afraid that like this motherfucker did not want to be a hero. Like no part is like he just happened to be the dude that found the suit. And I think because he found the suit, he never take it off or something.
Well,
that.
Nobody else could calibrate it or something. It only worked for him.
It only worked for him. That's what it was. So he had to be like the hero motherfucker, and but he was like a coward.
Chico, don't be discouraged. The man, he ain't so hard to understand. I knew I could remember it. I'm like, I know this song, dude.
Rob came out of nowhere. Out of nowhere.
And he
Rob
makes
has
that
an
sound dead
amazing
in the
voice.
eyes.
Rob has an
And
amazing voice.
he was smiling and looking at us, and I'm like, it sounds good, but
I was like, I knew I was gonna remember. I was like, I'm not giving up this weed and me have decided we are going to figure this out.
You got it.
What's yours? What's when you have a favorite TV show?
Theme song.
oh, you know what I've been watching? The Sopranos.
Oh yeah.
Dope as hell.
Yeah, that is man. That
It's
thing song is
right.
so gangster.
Mm-hmm.
Woke up this morning. Yeah. Yeah.
Which now that even though that is a very dope theme song in today's time, that's like every fucking mass shooting feels like that song is playing, and it takes away the coolness of it because of like some fucking psycho.
Yeah.
What's yours?
I don't know that I.
Well,
think,
way
I
to
don't-
ruin mine.
Yeah, I don't think.
Yeah.
Never mind that.
Way to ruin mine, Xavier. Jeez.
Yeah.
Hey man, I'm
I'm
smoking
trying to
lot
come
of
up with a
weed.
new
I'm sorry.
answer so you don't ruin mine.
I don't want to ruin. I'm not gonna Debbie Downer.
I like the Big Mouth theme song.
For who?
Big Mouth.
I'm trying to remember. I'm going through change.
Oh God, yes.
Going through changes.
Yes, that is dope as hell.
Yeah.
You know what, man? I wasn't
That show is dope. I love that show.
yeah, that show is amazing.
They did something very funny on the most
Puberty
recent
Monsters.
season
Yeah.
where they switched the
Mine was-
black girl from the white girl to the black girl, and there's like a scene where they're trying to get her to say nigga, and she keeps saying, you think like you can say it, just like no. I can't say it.
She's voiced by a white
yeah,
girl.
because
Yeah.
she's voiced by a white girl. She
Yeah.
keeps it
I
quiet because
can't
later in the
say it.
episode, spoiler alert, later in the episode it switches to the black actress. Either later in the episode or the next episode.
No, it was in
I
that
can't
same
remember what
episode.
It was, yeah, okay, so yeah. So that's because it's a growth.
Yeah, that was really
They
good.
did
Yeah.
a really good job of like displaying what those emotions feel like
Yeah.
through a visual spectrum so that people can understand it better.
Yeah.
That's like one of the things I like about it, like the depression or anxiety, the way that they incorporate
And
it.
still relatable as an adult.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
you know.
I'm like, yeah, I remember those times.
Yeah.
It was yesterday. I remember those.
F is for family, I dig a lot.
I
I
like
haven't,
F is
I
for
haven't
family.
gotten into
Oh
it
my
yet.
God, it's great, man. That dude is really good at what he does. Like, at first I didn't care for him. I was like, it's just another white dude bitching about shit. I don't want to watch this. But then I realized, oh no, he's not just bitching about shit from his perspective. He's bitching about all of this shit. Like, it's not a stone left unturned. And sometimes he'll turn over a stone to make people uncomfortable and they just don't like it. But I was like, yeah, I dig this dude.
Can't wait to see what he does with his this pandemic shit, because I saw him like in 2017 or 18 with
We're
Rudy.
talking about Bill Burr.
Bill Burr. And he had this whole bit about that we should just start randomly sinking cruise ships. Just like taking out 5,000 people at a time. He's like, I know this sounds like some horrible shit, but you know, the next time you're driving to work in the morning and traffic's a little bit light, you're gonna be like, I guess it's not so bad. And he has like this whole, he had this whole thing about how we just had too many people, we had to eliminate a bunch of people and shit, and so I mean, obviously, there's no way to make fun of over 500,000 people dying, but he was saying that shit 2 years before it happened.
Right.
So yeah, so I really am interested. He's already got tour dates up. He doesn't have anything for Chicago yet, so I'm looking
Do
forward
y'all
to
have any
that.
shows coming up, or where can everybody find y'all?
I'm at G-Man Tavern on the 29th in Chicago downtown, or actually up north.
I started that lockdown tour. I started on Sunday, and I'll be in Austin, Texas. So if you're in Austin, come out.
You on Joe Rogan? No, I'm just playing.
Oh, I was trying to
No, he just bought a new comedy club down there.
I didn't know that. Because I was just, the funny thing is they were talking about trying to get me on his podcast. And so I was like, yo, Brooke, how did you know?
Yeah.
She got some ESP shit going on. I couldn't really hear
You
her.
know, I mean, it's the hair. I know, right?
It's like a blessing. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that, and then it's everything Robert_L_Hines and all social media. But I thank
Maybe you
guys. I
got
appreciate
stuff
it.
coming up.
Yeah, I got May 4th at Zany's Old Town,
That's
and
what's up.
then
Yes.
May 18th at the Comedy Shrine.
Oh, nice.
And June 4th and 5th at the Lincoln Lodge.
Nice.
Oh yeah, also May 20th, Comedy Shrine, Jazz and Jokes. More news coming for that soon at XL Comedy at XLCOMEDY.
Tell them about your podcast.
This guy
New
and I,
OGs. The New OGs
the
podcast.
new OGs, THENEWOGS. People don't understand what we're saying. The new OGs, because people that OGs isn't. Never mind.
No, you're right.
She's laughing at me.
Okay.
But anyway, I'm
No, I'm
sorry.
grateful for your specification to our audience. I appreciate it.
It's Fun College Podcast. It's me, Rob, and Bobby Hill, and we talk about whatever.
All three former guests of the Happy Corner podcast.
Yeah.
Yes. We are big fans.
Mocha Jesus.
Yes.
We need to do a
AKA the Polly
podcast
Llama.
crossover.
Oh yeah, can we do a
Ooh,
crossover
we should
episode?
do that.
Ooh, yeah.
that would be awesome. And we just like never leave.
Damn.
No
you
crossover.
Thursday, you
Just
should have stayed another day.
us. Huh?
So if you stayed, you can't. But
No,
you
I'm
stayed
already.
2
Yeah,
more
I gotta
days.
go. I gotta go.
Yeah,
I
you
got.
stay.
I ain't telling no jokes in a minute. I got to at least find out if I'm still funny. Just joking. I'm funny as fuck.
He's funny.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was just sitting here with you.
We ain't
already.
funny and
We ain't worried
shit.
about it. We are really grateful for you guys coming to hang out with us
On a
our
whim.
Thank you
special
for having me.
420 episode.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I was very excited about this.
Man.
I had a chance to be on you guys' show before and I couldn't, and I was bummed about it. And I was like, they're not gonna ask me again. And they did.
Yeah, you guys have wonderful energy. I dig this a bunch.
Thank
I
you.
dig that you say the word dig.
I dig it.
I dig it.
Yeah.
And this has been the Happy Corner Podcast. Y'all know what it is. Keep talking and smoking and all that good shit. Holla.
I can't
Bye.
believe y'all let me keep this box on this whole time.